Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, friends, subscribers, and all others. Once again, I want to take a minute to thank you for your email, support of the channel, and every comment and thumbs up means such a lot to me. And thank you to those who bought me a cup of coffee. It is truly appreciated and helps me help myself, my family, and sometimes even others. Anyway, today, regardless of what is going on with the Markles, yes, I listened to GB News last night. As a matter of fact, I stayed up to listen to Mr. Markle's big bombshell. Anyway, so I am fully aware that Mr. Markle is going to Britain, but I really want to address why Andrew settled with Virginia. And contrary to what everyone thinks, it is not because of the Queen or her Jubilee, but because of the law in the United States. And at this point, I want to thank Rudi for the work, the research, and email that was sent to me, and which thus also educated me on the true nature of the case. In short, Andrews settled because under United States law, he could not win. As crazy and as maddening as that may be. Also, while we're at it, and as upsetting as it may be, Virginia cannot be held accountable for her recruitment of younger girls either. And here is why. In the 2009 settlement between Epstein and Virginia, it was stated as legal fact that Virginia was identified as a victim of Epstein, and this was then later corroborated in Maxwell's trial, even though Virginia did not testify in her trial. United States law states, number one, a trafficked victim under the age of 18 is not legally able to consent. It does not matter whether the victim consented verbally or not. Secondly, proof of force, coercion, or manipulation is not required either if the victim was under 18. And as we know, Virginia was indeed under 18. I think she was just older than 16 when she met Maxwell. The other thing is that under United States law, it does not matter how old she was when she interacted with Andrew. The fact remains she was under 18 when she was recruited by Maxwell. Payment for services can be anything that benefits the trafficker. Now, please note, it need not be money. Now, unfortunately for him, Andrew stated in his 2019 interview that his friendship with Epstein was very beneficial to him. Even when he tried to distance himself from Epstein by saying that his original friendship was with Maxwell, it did not help, as now Maxwell herself had been convicted. The other thing is that ignorance of age is also not a defense against sexual assault in New York or in many other states. A man meeting a girl or a young woman cannot assume that she is over 18. And even if she said that she was over 18 but may have been 16 for that matter, he can still be charged. The law places the responsibility on the individual or on the adult, and the adult needs to be aware of the law in whichever state he is in. It does not always sound fair, I know that, but it is what it is, and there are good reasons for that too. Therefore, by law in the United States, Virginia was a sex trafficking victim and is indeed entitled to all the protection and benefits under United States law. Now, I had to, on numerous occasions, remind people that the case between Andrew and Virginia was not a criminal case, but a civil case. It was not about being guilty of a criminal offense or not, as civil cases are not won by the standard of reasonable doubt, but whether it was likely to have happened or not, whether there was a probability of whatever the person is accused of having happened. So, in a civil case, it is indeed about credibility. We all spoke about Virginia's faulty memory, but according to an expert who also testified to it in the Maxwell case, that is indeed normal for a former trafficked victim. The case was also thus not about a 38-year-old Virginia and a 61-year-old Andrew, but about a 17-year-old Virginia and 40-something-year-old ex-Navy officer and international trade envoy to the United Kingdom. Then it can be said that Virginia left Epstein once she was thousands of miles away from him and met someone she could trust, someone she is still married to 19 years later. And then on the other end of the scale, we have Andrew, divorced, had many affairs, was seen waving a younger girl or woman off while peeking from behind Epstein's front door, etc., etc. And then there was his friendships with Epstein, Nygaard, Maxwell, and Weinstein, among others, and some of whom were even invited to his daughter's 18th birthday party. So, whether we believe Andrew did what Virginia said he did or not is not even an issue. It was likely, it was possible according to the law of the United States. And unfortunately or fortunately, the law was also on Virginia's side, whether Andrew did what he was supposed to do or didn't. The biggest provable mistake Andrew made was his choice of friends, and for that, nobody but Andrew is responsible. The other point we need to make in conclusion is that Andrew had now paid the alleged 12 million. He had stepped back from his royal duties. He has closed down his business interests. He lost his patronages and his honorary military titles, etc. Andrew actually paid a heavier price than just what the court would have handed out. No one needs to like him now, but it is what it is. He is still Queen Elizabeth's second son. His home is still his home, and he is still Eugenie and Beatrice's father. And as far as his mother is concerned, she is 96 years old, and we should allow her the peace to spend time with her son if she so wishes. Virginia had gone home to spend the money, be it through her foundation or trust. She is with her husband and family. So let Andrew and the Queen be with their families now. Epstein is dead, allegedly. I still think he's sunning himself on a beach somewhere. Maxwell is in jail. I know elsewhere in the United States there had recently been a big trafficking bust, and hopefully there will be more in the future. As for Andrew, I think his days of being cool and part of the cool set is over, and he does not pose a threat to anyone anymore. That is if he ever did. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so on the next video, we will once again talk about Meghan Markle and her family and Netflix and all kinds of things. Okay, so until we meet again on the next one, please take good care of yourselves. Bye.